And I'm David. We're here to talk about Big Brother.
We just had a double eviction!
Yes! And it was kind of exciting.
I really loved it.
There were some blindsides.
Some people were not loving this episode, but come on par with this season.
Yeah, right.
This was a good double eviction.
This is above average.
Alright, so let's start back to earlier in the week that we had spoiled.
Yes, Paul won the veto and he took off Alex as expected.
Right. So, you know, they kind of had gone back and forth. Do they really need to take Alex down? But it was part of Paul's plan to keep Alex in his pocket for his benefit.
Right.
And Josh is the only one that seems to have a problem with this. Christmas doesn't care. Paul can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And so he does that, and Christmas nominates Kevin.
Yes, so now we're with Jason and Kevin on the block, and Alex thinks definitely Kevin's going home because we all hate Kevin.
This has been the plan the whole time,
Kevin's
right?
so annoying. Let's get Kevin out.
Yes, we all want Kevin out. You know, that guy who hasn't won anything.
Yeah, and Alex can't possibly expect that her ride or die might be in danger on the block.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Now, so it was interesting come Thursday's episode. They were actually all surprised that it was a double eviction. Thank goodness.
Yes.
One thing Paul didn't know was going to happen.
Thank God.
Josh had been saying that he didn't really want to blindside Jason. He's having a hard time with all of this.
He's really torn up about it. Like, feels like he's betraying a friend.
Yeah.
He was like this close to telling Jason in the hot tub. Jason was like, "What's wrong with you?" And Josh just was like, tears were streaming down his face. He really felt bad about it.
So he kept wanting to warn Jason, and Paul kept trying to push it like, no. If you're going to tell him, do it right before the show. Like right before the eviction. But when we come to Jason and Kevin's speeches, Jason is like bubbly self, Alex is bubbly self, and Kevin's speech sounds like he's prepared to go.
Yeah, Kevin's like, "Thank you for an amazing summer. I'm so proud of all of you. So, see you later," basically.
Yeah, I was like, oh shoot, I don't think they know what's about to happen.
I don't think so. So then they vote, and then it's a split vote. Josh, when he was in the diary room, he's crying, he's taking forever to vote. I'm like, is he gonna flip and vote for Kevin and blindside Paul? But no. He votes for Jason. He's just sad to vote for Jason, but he does. So they go out. It's 2-2. Jason's face drops immediately because he's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
There are 2 votes against me?
Alex does too.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Paul's acting up a storm.
Yes.
Like, what is going on?
Who did this?
Like, anything could happen in that house that Paul doesn't know about.
Exactly.
Christmas gets up. She's emotional too. Very hard for her, but who's the strongest competitor? Jason, get the heck out of here.
Whoa.
Jason storms out.
Storms out.
Almost as good as Cody's
like,
exit.
barely
Almost.
even hugs Alex.
No,
like,
he didn't. She was running behind him.
She was like, Jason, it wasn't me, it wasn't me.
And he just like runs out and doesn't hug anybody, doesn't say goodbye. He's ticked off.
Can barely
and
even talk to Julie. Like, he's so upset.
I loved it.
And he sort of does make a comment in his exit interview, I believe, about like nothing happens in that house without Paul knowing about it.
And Jason had said that all week. Like, when he first was on the block, he was like, Paul knows about this.
Yeah.
He's been talking to the HOH this whole week.
Yes.
So he knew.
Yeah.
Even though for some reason he trusted them.
Right. He like believed Paul, I guess, that Paul was afraid he was going to get backdoored or whatever that story was.
But then Josh pulled a Josh.
Just a classic Big Brother move.
Love it.
Good for you.
Tells the plan in his goodbye message.
Yes, it was great. He's like, I've been in a Final 3 deal with Christmas and Paul for a while now. This was all Paul's plan to get you out and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what, Josh?
And then thank you, production. You paired that nicely. Followed up with a goodbye message from Paul, dripping with lies.
Yeah, with his sob story about if you're out of the house, we all got blindsided, buddy, blah, 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 blah.
That should, in traditional seasons, hurt Paul.
Right.
We'll see.
We'll see. Hopefully Jason like goes to jury house and is on fire and like campaigning against Paul. I think it's
everyone
too late.
in that jury knows.
But I think that at the end of the day, they can't deny that Paul has played the best game this season.
Right.
If it comes down to voting for him or not. But whatever. We'll see how the jury, I really want a jury update next week.
Right. Yeah. Double eviction continues.
Yes.
So Alex is lit. She's on fire. She's ticked off.
Yeah.
And all she doesn't know what happened.
No.
But all she knows that Josh and Christmas got her ride or die out.
And immediately, Paul has gone into this plan to get into an argument with Josh because Paul needs to safeguard himself against Alex. So Paul acts blindsided, and he's going up to Josh, and he's like, you would have done the same thing to me. You would have done the same thing to me. And Josh is like, yeah, I would have. Like, you're strong competitors. I had to get somebody out.
Well, but he barely does. Like, Josh said from the beginning, Paul, I don't want to fight with you. We don't have to do this. And Paul, of course, in his way, is like, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Right.
And Josh is so emotional right now. He's just crying and upset about the whole thing. Paul's trying to do this fight, and Josh is like just meekly like squeaking words out, like, I guess
so.
So like, I was proud that Josh didn't jump in on the fight, but also I just don't think Josh could have handled it at that moment.
Right.
But Paul's fight was just so horribly acted.
Yeah.
He is like, that would have been me. That would have been me. Like, no, what? You weren't even on the block.
You're making it about you.
Why would this be about you? Why would anyone believe this fight? But obviously Alex is in a place.
Yeah, right.
And Paul has been her like closest ally besides Jason.
Right.
She's been so dependent on Paul, she's obviously going to just lean on him whatever he says.
And she's not, and Paul can say honestly, like, I voted for Kevin. So Alex is not targeting Paul at this point, no matter what.
She's so on fire that she wins this HOH.
She gets all the answers right. She's the only one. And she's like, that's for you, Jason. That was for you.
And what does she do for Jason? She does not put up the two people that just got Jason out. She puts up the guy she's blinded by, Kevin.
Yeah.
And this weak old girl named Raven.
What? I was like, whoa, Alex won the HOH. This is going to be crazy. Josh and Christmas are going on the block. And
I know.
then it was Kevin and Raven.
For the first time, I'm worried about Josh. This is how crazy the season is.
Yeah.
I'm all of a sudden rooting for Josh.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, he's going to go out right now because she just doesn't have any information.
Yeah.
No.
He's safe.
A moron.
Yeah.
Once again, Alex makes horrible decisions in this house.
Yeah.
And she puts up the guy who she thinks should be voted out and some other girl.
Yeah.
They have no desire to get Kevin out. He's so easy to beat in the end.
Yes.
He's not going anywhere.
And he's not aligned with anybody. He is like an island in that house. Why is he a threat? We're not getting Kevin out.
Josh wins the veto for this, but obviously he's not changing these noms.
No.
That's just protecting.
He was playing so hard. He wanted to win that veto because he didn't want him or Christmas to be renommed.
The house votes Raven out. And for the second time in one night, Alex is blindsided.
Yes, because Alex is just like, I hate Kevin. We gotta get Kevin out. Kevin was supposed to go out when Jason went out. We gotta get him out. And then he's still in the house and Raven's gone. And she can't believe it. It's like, Alex, you're so good at competitions, but you have no idea what's going on socially.
Yeah, this is why I liked the episode. Is because Alex continued to look like an idiot. And we got Raven out.
Yeah, right. Thank God. It's about time.
Raven's exit interview.
First of all, she had lipstick all over her teeth. And I was like, can someone please just tell her? Like, you went back. There was a moment.
No, it represents her whole entire season.
There was a moment when she sat down on the chair next to Julie and they went back to the house, right? To eavesdrop on the house guests for a few seconds. A producer should have just gone in there with a Kleenex and wiped it off and helped her out. But nope, we come back out to the interview and she has lipstick on her front teeth the whole time.
That sums it all up.
Like, what?
Sums it all up.
She probably has like chronic lipstick teeth syndrome or something, you know what I mean? She has some disease with lipstick on her teeth.
I'm pretty sure that's a disorder,
Yeah.
She starts to talk about how horrible Kevin's game is and how obviously that's why they wouldn't want to keep Raven in the house longer.
Yeah.
And Julie's face is like, oh, what about your game?
Yeah.
And Raven's like, well,
I played really well.
I had a great game. I threw comps for Paul. Oh, that's right. Oh.
She's like, I had Paul on my side and Matt and I had a really good social game. Everybody liked us. And I'm like, wow, you really are on another planet.
You can't get this girl off the stage quick enough.
Yeah.
I was like, let's get out of here. I can't. So now, technically these are spoilers.
Yes.
The plan was this week for Josh. They're going to throw it to Josh. Because they just threw it to Christmas for her to get Jason out. And then they were going to throw it to Josh to get Alex out because Paul can't have that on his hands. Paul can't be the one. He's pretending that he and Alex are still a duo.
Well, and he needs Alex as a jury vote at the end of the day. So he can't get her out.
So, you know, his good buddies Christmas and Josh are all about doing the dirty work for him. So, spoiler, Josh does win HOH. We shouldn't even call it winning HOH this season.
It should be like, you are handed HOH.
Josh took the HOH this time to put Alex and Kevin on the block. That is the plan. That is what happens. Alex is the target. They want to get her out next. Then they would supposedly get Kevin out next, and that leaves them as the final 3.
Which
that is the plan.
Their plan. And Alex is very upset after Josh puts her on the block, and she's very tearful, and I can only imagine that she's like acting it up because she doesn't really like Josh or talk to Josh as far as I know.
Right.
But she's saying you betrayed the one person in this house who still trusts you, and like, what? Like, that is just a load of BS that I can see right through.
Yeah, I mean, she does turn to the camera and say, I can fake cry. And then Paul walks in and she was like, have I ever told you I can cry on command? So like, it's all an act because Josh, you know, he makes it clear that he wants to be liked by everyone.
Right.
So that's his weak spot. And she can go that way and try to make him feel worse, maybe throw his veto game off, maybe get him to pull her off, you know, make him change his mind. Like, that's her tactic. Of course, she's talking to Paul about this because Paul is her closest ally now.
Of course.
And Paul goes and tells Josh all of this. And he's like, Josh is upset. He's crying because he's hurt Alex. And Paul is like, you're an idiot. She's playing you. He actually physically slaps Josh. Josh, do not let anyone put hands on you.
Ever.
Please, if you learn anything from this whole situation, stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
I need you to have a conversation with Paul like Christmas had with you. When Christmas was like, I'm a grown-ass woman, you're not going to do this to me. I need you to do that to Paul and stand up for yourself and have some respect for yourself.
It's so gross the way that Paul treats Josh.
Yeah.
And you know, Paul is manipulating everyone in the house.
Yeah.
But he would never speak to Christmas that way. He would never speak to Alex that way.
No.
And he's kind of mean to Kevin, but he's far more mean to Josh because Josh will take it.
Yeah.
And it just shows you how disgusting Paul is, that he can gauge how far he can go with someone, and he will just go all the way if you'll let him.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on with him and Josh.
So yeah, Josh needs an alpha, I guess, to sort of tell him what to do, and Paul's more than happy to be that alpha and get physical when it comes down to it.
Yeah, I feel like, Josh, you can find a more supportive alpha.
Yeah, right, yes.
But hopefully the bright side to all of this is that this is gonna push Josh to get Paul out.
Come on! You got to do it because he keeps Cam talking. He sort of said, you know, the goodbye message was the first sort of game move, I think, where he tried to expose Paul. You know, prior to that, when he confronted Paul and he said, you need to use the veto this way because you need to use it in the way that benefits the team and not just you. Like, that was a little bit of like, okay, you're standing up for yourself. This is good. And the goodbye message. Now he's hinting at some sort of Paul betrayal, and I really want to know what it is and how it's going to work.
Right. So he has discussed what if Alex wins the veto and comes down, or if Josh wins the veto and pulls Alex down, could he put Paul up? But who's voting? Christmas and Alex in that. How do you get either one of them to vote Paul out?
Yeah.
That would be super, super hard. And he doesn't know how tied in Alex is with Paul.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that full story. So it would take quite the conversation, quite the convincing to get either one of them to vote Paul out.
Yeah.
We should also point out that Christmas declared her love for Paul this week.
Yeah, so she has absolutely no interest in getting Paul out. Aside from what Paul can do to help her make it to the final 3, being a physical competitor and actually being able to win competitions and bring her with him. Aside from that, now she's in love with him, apparently.
Yeah. I can't eye roll enough.
No, this is literally where we are at the end of BB19.
So I don't think Josh is going to try it yet because it would be just so hard and uncertain. And that's how he gets himself in trouble.
Right.
But the danger is waiting any longer is that Paul knows when to win competitions.
Yeah.
And so you're going to kind of get to a point where you don't even have the option anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Paul might take Josh to the end, but like, who's Josh gonna win against?
I don't think anyone.
I mean, he's not gonna win standing next to Alex because Alex has won so many competitions.
No.
Josh has
Would he win against
damaged
Christmas?
his game so much by doing
and everyone in the jury hates him.
I just don't know how he gets votes.
I don't know either.
If he gets Paul out, maybe.
Yeah, right.
But I still don't even know. Getting Paul out might not be enough. I don't know.
Maybe if he's standing next to Kevin. If it's
Right.
Josh and Kevin in
If
the
it's
final
Josh
2,
and Kevin,
and
which-
Josh can say, I got Paul out,
Yeah.
then I guess Josh wins Big Brother.
Yeah, exactly. We joked about that like halfway through the season of like, is it gonna be Josh and Kevin at the end?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what if it's Josh and Kevin
It's
at the
sort
end?
of a real possibility.
It's totally a possibility. So here's my question though. So this veto that's coming up later today is probably going to be BB Comics because of this whole
Yes, the
comics trailer
Revengers
thing that CBS is pushing.
Yes.
That's a tough competition that Paul could easily win because he's done it before.
Yeah.
Paul does not want to win this veto because he would then show his cards to pull Alex off.
Because
Or
everybody
not,
wants
or-
Alex out at the end of the day. So Paul doesn't want to win because if he doesn't pull Alex off and she goes home, then maybe he loses her jury vote.
Right.
So it's a delicate line that Paul's walking right now.
So he actually wants Kevin to win this veto. Okay, well, the odds are very slim that that's
Why
gonna
would he want
happen.
that to happen? Kevin pulls himself off then.
But that's fine. If Kevin were to pull himself off,
Okay.
and Paul's already planted the seeds that Josh put Christmas up, so Paul's fine.
Okay.
And then they vote Alex out.
But it's still not Paul's fault.
Right,
They
still
voted
not
Alex
Paul's
out.
fault. Alex, it's like out of their hands. Oh no, Kevin won. Like
Right.
it looks just like,
I
ooh,
see. Yeah.
from Paul's perspective.
Yeah.
Obviously, worst case scenario if Alex wins, but she could win this. If
She
Paul's
could.
not playing strong
Yeah.
to win it, Alex could win BB Comics. She knows
Absolutely.
this game
She's
up and
very
down.
smart.
So I don't know how this veto will play out
Yeah.
and if it will go smoothly for Paul. Interestingly enough, we are actually going to have 2 evictions this week. They're doing an eviction on Tuesday that the house guests don't know about, which will be in the Wednesday episode.
Okay.
And then there's a normal Thursday live eviction. I'm going to the Thursday live eviction.
Oh, look at that.
And when I was getting these tickets and preparing for this, they gave me Tuesday as an option, and I was like, who was this Tuesday thing? So now we understand that they're shooting it Tuesday to air Wednesday.
Okay.
So by the time I go on Thursday, there's like, that's
It's going to be final 3, right?
Yeah. Crazy. So
Yeah.
much is going to happen because...
Moving fast.
Oh, we also have to point out that since Paul is planning every little corner,
Yeah.
Josh said, what if Kevin were to win HOH next week? He's
Yeah.
going to put me in Christmas up. We're in
Yeah.
trouble. And
Yeah.
Paul was like, no, man, you got veto. You're good. You're good. But then Paul's like, oh, wait, shoot. He was like, no. Actually, if you win veto, don't even use it because I'll be the only one voting.
And you know how I'll vote.
You know how I'll vote.
How's that? He doesn't
Okay.
actually say
No.
how he'll vote.
No. That would be
Yeah.
getting yourself caught in a
Right,
lie.
yeah.
But that sounds absurd to us. I hope it sounded just as absurd to Josh, right?
Yeah, please.
I mean, everyone knows that if you were to use the veto on yourself,
That
you're
guarantees
the only
safety.
one
Yeah,
voting.
right.
So even if Paul was still your ride or die and you wanted to take Paul for whatever reason,
Yeah.
great. He goes up there and you save him. It doesn't matter. You're the
That's
one
right.
voting.
That's right.
Always win that last
Give
veto.
yourself the power.
Always win it and always take yourself down and be the sole voter.
Yes.
I can't believe we're down to the wire. Like, this is do or die time,
Yep,
guys. Is
yep.
Paul gonna make it to the final 2?
Yeah.
Because I don't think we have a bitter jury. I know that a lot of people are claiming we'll have a bitter jury because they're all now talking about Paul, but I don't believe it.
No.
They're gonna, at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, he had the best
Who else
game.
do they have to like latch on to gameplay wise? There's nobody else. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on this week. Like she said, there's 2 evictions. Then we got this Revengers thing going on. Then we got Celebrity Big Brother this winter.
God. Oh my God.
There is so much going on.
Oh my God,
Do you
you
think
guys.
this Revengers thing is those people competing for a spot on Celebrity Big Brother?
Oh, maybe.
That's my thought. 'Cause
I
you see
wouldn't
Beast
call
Mode,
any
you
of
see
them
Davon, you see
celebrities.
James. Yeah, I know, right? But in the Big Brother world, there's celebrities.
Oh, Frankie's in it.
Yeah.
I was fearful that Frankie was a celebrity. That's so that just makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good theory. Probably.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see you probably in another week after so much has happened.
Yeah, we'll
And,
probably see you when it's the final 3, I think.
talking about who is actually going to win.
All right, we'll see you then.
Bye.